I have two books I need to share with you that really should be on the shelf of every CPA in Montana. The first one is Luca Pacioli. Luca is the father of accounting. In 1494, Luca Pacioli documented double entry accounting in Florence, actually in San Sepolcro, Tuscany. And oh my God, he is my hero. And I remember taking Principles of Accounting, and in the very first chapter, they talked about Luca Pacioli, the father of accounting, in 1494, documenting double entry accounting. So I read everything I could about him. And about 5-6 years ago, I realized my dream. I went to San Sepolcro, Tuscany. I tracked down the Franciscan monastery, and I found a statue and a plaque in honor of Luca, and I got to go stand in the room where in 1494, oh my God, this makes my knees shake, where he documented double entry accounting. And I've got this great book where they translated everything he wrote about how a merchant should keep the books. And Luca, for the first time, had balance sheet, profit and loss statement, and double entry accounting. And oh my God, there's the greatest quote in here. Lucas said in 1494, "No merchant shall ever rest until his debits equal his credits." Oh, that's wonderful. And I always joke at work when somebody asks me how to do something, or somebody's in an ethical dilemma or can't figure out a transaction, I always say, just ask yourself, what would Luca do? Now, this is a very interesting book. This is a book that was recently published that I'm sure every tax accountant has on their bookshelf. It's called The Sex of Hippopotamus. Now, I thought they just named this book, The Sex of Hippopotamus, to sell it. But it turns out this is a history of taxation from biblical times to the present. All the different tax rules and how taxes have modified human behaviors. And the author claims that he named it this because interpreting and determining tax laws can be as difficult as determining the sex of a hippopotamus. Well, I don't really know much about either one of those, but I just thought it was kind of a clever title. So I gave this book to Ron Yates, who is going on sabbatical this summer and is going to read the book cover to cover.
That's true, yeah, and that's no joke.
And I'm sure he'll be glad to write an article for the Montana Society newsletter to tell everybody how determining the sex of a hippopotamus is like interpreting tax law. But I'm sure every Montana tax preparer has this on their bookshelf. If not, they should.